Hi everybody. I've been uploading a few German videos and I don't want to scare away my English speaking subscribers, so I want to say right away that don't worry, I won't be making many more German videos. Well, maybe I will be doing some, but the vast majority of my videos will stay in English, so you don't need to worry about that. But for those of you who still have trouble even with there just being a few German videos in German, here is a German language crash course which will help you be able to communicate with any German-speaking individual without actually having to learn real German. We're simply going to learn, well, what basically every German speaks, fake English, or rather German English or Genglish or whatever it's called, Denglish, something like that. Basically every German speaks fake English, just not correct English. So as long as you learn fake English, you will be able to communicate with Germans. Actually, I'm also doing this to make fun of Germans, but nevertheless, well, the truth hurts. Anyway, so here is a list of vocabulary I want to go over that's typical, and many more examples like that. You think you know the correct pronunciation or the correct meaning of an English word, but you don't. So you don't actually have to learn German. It's enough if you just learn the fake English words that Germans use. They do use English words. It's just that, well, in German English, they have a different meaning. And so a lot of times Germans think they actually speaking English when they're only, well, actually speaking German English. So a few examples of that, maybe one of the most typical examples is the word, there's not so many words. For example, old-timer. You think you know the meaning of old-timer. Well, in German English, there is also old-timer, but it means vintage car. No, wait, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. It means vintage car, exactly. That's a German English meaning of old-timer. So Germans think they know an English word and they know what it means, and they think old-timer in English means vintage car. Vintage car, yeah. Another famous word like that would be handy. You think you know what handy means? Well, in German English, it means cellular phone. Whereas if you just say cellular phone, Germans wouldn't have a clue what you're talking about. But if you say handy, they will know you're talking about a cellular phone. But then again, if you say that something comes in handy, again, they wouldn't have a clue what you're talking about. They would probably think you talking about, well, a cellular phone coming in handy, but they wouldn't know what the phrase coming in handy means, so it would be just coming in cellular phone, whatever. Another example would be there's so many words like that. It's actually how the language changes. I mean, this is an example. Even I guess English speaking people can relate to. For example, the word gay. Gay, of course, means homosexual. It only means homosexual. It does not have any other meaning for Germans or most other young people nowadays. So, for example, if you say there is a bunch of gay flowers on a field, well, you're talking about homosexual flowers. Oh, and another nice example would also be Ben Gay. You think that means muscle rub. It does not. It means, for example, if you say you're rubbing Ben Gay all over your body, it, of course, means you're engaging in homosexual intercourse with a guy named Ben. It does not have any other meaning. The word does not have any other meaning, and, well, Ben Gay is simply homosexual Ben. Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of how the language develops nowadays. Anyway, many examples like that. So many examples of people when people think they know the meaning of something, but when they actually don't. And that's especially true with Germans. And of course, also the pronunciation. As you can see, th is pronounced simply s. Of course, it could be also pronounced t. It cannot be pronounced any other way. There is no other way. So, for example, if you're thinking about something and you are sinking, like your ship is sinking, it is pronounced the exact same way. There is no difference. Oh, and of course, the word, if you're wondering, the word Nazi does exist in German, but it is not to be used since it refers to something so unspeakable that no German dares to speak about it. It's kind of like, for example, Hitler is another word for the devil, and you never pronounce it out. You never say National Socialist Party, because then people might realize that in National Socialism there's the word socialism. For Germans, Nazis are like the devil, whereas socialists and communists are the good guys, of course, since they liberated and defeated the Nazis, which isn't actually true, but Stalin will make you believe that, otherwise he will put you in a forced labor camp. Of course, it's much better in a Stalinist forced labor camp than it is in a Nazi forced labor camp, I think. Probably not, but you better believe that, otherwise they might put you there. At least that's basically how it was back then. Anyway, so Germans have basically been brainwashed in thinking that socialists are the good guys, whereas National Socialists are not socialists, but are another word for the devil. And of course, the devil needs to be exterminated and put in forced labor camps. As you can see, we have learned a lot since World War II and have truly changed. You can trust us. Yeah. Okay, so much for that.